Good evening, Comic Heads. Cash Cow back with another video. I know it's been a while, guys, but today I want to talk about two Ghost Rider comics that I don't think people are really paying attention to. Not necessarily Ghost Rider. Well, you could say Ghost Rider. He's part of Ghost Rider in a way. But two spec comics that I think people aren't paying attention to. Today I'm going to talk about, and I know I'm probably going to butcher some names. Forgive me for that, guys. It gets really weird when you're trying to mention certain characters, but I'm going to talk about Zerithios, which is basically a demon entity of Ghost Rider, of Johnny Blaze. He's actually combined with Johnny Blaze, and he's actually the other side of Johnny Blaze when he becomes... Basically, he's the other side, and Johnny Blaze is this side. They combined. They're called Ghost Rider. First Ghost Rider. With that being started, let's get this started, and let me give you a quick background story of Zerithios. Or Zerithos? Zerithos? We'll go with Zerithos. Once again, guys, I apologize if I'm mentioning it wrong. Basically, Zerithos was a demon entity that was summoned by a tribal leader called Canutu. I hope that's right. And he summoned him, and they made a deal. So in exchange for his protection over, their village and all that, their tribe and their people, he would give him souls in exchange. The relationship flourished, did pretty well, until he got on the radar of Mephisto. And Mephisto became jealous, of course, and he basically accused him of stealing so many souls and having a cult following that he was taking souls away from him and other lords or kings of hell in the underground. So he challenges Zerithios to a fight. Unfortunately, Mephisto wins this fight, so he has to serve Mephisto. The way he defeats him is he tricks him basically with a follower of Zerithios, which is, oh man, this name, Cientrus. He is like a right hand or somebody really close to Zerithios, and he tricks him in the form of him, and that's how he wins. In the middle of this battle. So he has to serve Mephisto now, and Mephisto basically limits his powers. So he can only return to Earth, but the only way he can return to Earth and stay on Earth is if he's in a human host. So he has to be in a human host. Other than that, he can't survive. It's basically kind of like, if you guys seen the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington, he can't, the demon, Erasal, he can't survive unless he has a human host. If he doesn't have a human host for a long period of time, he dies. So, that's his curse. So, if you guys have watched that movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, check it out. It's a pretty old school movie. I say like late 90s, maybe. But it's a pretty good movie. Now, unfortunately, because of that, he somehow is befallen and summoned upon against Johnny Blaze. So therefore, he's the other demon entity, other side of Ghost Rider, of Johnny Blaze. They combine each other, like I said. I really think people are slipping on that character, because if we're going to get Ghost Rider, we know for a fact we're going against Zerithios. We're gonna get that character. He has to be included. You can't do Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze form without him. That's if they go the Johnny Blaze route. They could go the Danny Ketch route. We'll see how that goes. But that's not about him today. It's about Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. We don't know which Ghost Rider we're going to get. We may get the Danny Ketch one. We may get the Johnny Blaze one. Either way it goes, both characters are in the Midnight Suns. So I feel like it's a good chance we're going to get both. What you guys think about that? I can't wait to see that. But enough of me talking. Let's hit you with these two quick comics. First one we got Ghost Rider number 76. Hopefully you guys can see that. The glare ain't too bad on that. You got newsstands. I even think you got a Canadian. No, I don't think you have a Canadian price variant in this one. You may, whatever you guys are seeing in the comments. Hit me in the chat. Tell me, what's the deal? Is there a Canadian price variant? But this basically is the first appearance of Zorinthios as an entity separated from Johnny Blaze. It's also the first appearance of Saturnine, which is also a minor demon as well. Ooh, that glare is kicking. Anyway, he's finally separated from Johnny Blaze. And of course, he's on. You see the guys fighting, and that makes sense. I mean, even in the corner, you can see it says, they're finally separated. It says, separated at last, Johnny Blaze battles the Ghost Rider. Alright? That's the one where it comes with the powers, with the flaming head and all that crazy stuff. That's Zorinthios. That's his powers. Kind of the way Johnny Blaze has turned into Ghost Rider. I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on that spec. I feel like if you give it some time, this definitely can manifest into something. I think it can. Especially if we get the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, you have to tell the story. You have to go back to the origin story of this character. Now, if you want to be technical, his first appearance would obviously be Marvel Spotlight number 5, which is the first appearance of Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider version. So, you know how hot that book is of lately. Alright, so it's just a minor key, but it's a minor key now, but it could be something very big and influential later on in the future. Alright? Next and last one, guys, we got Ghost Rider number 77. This is the origin of Zorinthios and the origin of Centurius, which is who I said is basically the follower who betrayed him and helped Mephisto win the battle against him. Now, there's plenty of other storylines that Zorinthios is in. He has a storyline with Lilith, which is basically a offspring, which is a demon herself. That could possibly be a main character in the Midnight Sun, so you might get that. He has an origin story with her. You also have a origin story where he's with, what else? He pairs with another main character, but I can't figure it out right now. But with that being said, guys, we know we're eventually probably going to get the Midnight Suns. And we're really specking on getting Ghost Rider. We don't know which Ghost Rider we will get. Well, got a feeling we're going to finally get one. I got a feeling we're going to eventually see this character. And this actually comes in a Canadian price variant. I know for a fact this one can be a Canadian price variant. The other one may be too, but I know for a fact this one can. And with that being said, guys, that's my 2 light little specs. Keep an eye out for this character. You might be hearing more of them soon. With that being said, it's Cash Cow with another video. I'm out, guys.